Well, what's on my central unit? It's a central man here, so this is going to be my predictions for NXT UK Takeover Cardiff. This is the second ever NXT UK Takeover pay-per-view. The last one was in Blackpool way back in January of this year. This show will be at the Motor Points Arena in the Welsh capital of Cardiff. It will be at the 31st of August 2019, the same day as AEW's All Out event. So basically this is the first pay-per-view of the Wednesday Night War era between NXT/WWE versus AEW. So 5 matches on the card, 3 championship matches and 2 non-title matches. I'm going to start with the non-title matches first. So the first non-title match to predict is Travis Banks versus Noam Dar. I'm going to go with Travis Banks beating Noam Dar. I'm not a big fan of Noam Dar. For Noam Dar, I'm not a big fan of him when he was in TNA, the second season of British Boot Camp and in 205 Live, the Cruiserweight division in 2016. He's never appealed to me. So, I'm just not a big fan of Noam Dar. So, let's move on to the next match. We got a last man standing match between Dave Mastiff and Joe Coffey. This is going to be a little bit of a David versus Goliath match. With Joe Coffey, he's normal size. He's about nearly 6 feet tall. And he's probably about 200... Yeah, he's about 242 pounds. Actually, he's not that, he's not super big, but he's, normal size. But as for Dave Mastiff, he's like a fucking beast of a man. He's not bodybuilder, but he's got a body of a powerlifter. He's fat, but he's one of the biggest mans in British wrestling. Just go look up on Dave Mastiff on YouTube. He's just fucking a beast. So I'll go with a Mastiff beating Coffey. Hope this last man standing match will be entertaining. I'll have to wait and find out. So that was the non-title matches. Let's talk about the championship matches. So we got a triple threat tag team match for the NXT UK Tag Team Championships. Yeah, we got the Grizzly Young Veterans, the current NXT UK Tag Team Champs, defending the belts against the South Wales Subculture. That is Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster versus Gallius. That is Mark Coffey, the brother of Joe Coffey, and Wolfgang. 100% that Gibson and Drake will basically retain the tag team belts on the show. That's one hand, but the other hand, I'm gonna predict the South Wales Subculture, that is Andrews and Morgan Webster, to win, because this show is in Cardiff, it's in Wales, they're both Welsh. Mark Andrews is the hometown boy. With the GYV, they are the first ever NXT UK Tag Team Champs. They won the belts at the first UK Takeover pay-per-view way back in January. I think it was 223 days. I think their time is nearly at an end. I can see them holding the belts until January. But on the other hand, I'm gonna go with Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster to become the new NXT UK Tag Team Champions. Okay, and then we got the NXT UK Women's Championship match. Toni Storm versus Kaylee Lee Ray. So, Kaylee Lee Ray won a Battle Royal to have a shot at the NXT UK Women's Champ. That is Toni Storm. It's basically, New Zealand versus Scotland. Toni Storm's from New Zealand. Kaylee Lee Ray's from Scotland. Quick prediction, 100% Toni Storm is going to beat Kaylee Lee Ray. I want her holding that belt much longer. Okay, and then moving on to the main event. We got the WWE UK Championship match. Walter, the current UK champ, versus the former United Kingdom champ, Tyler Bates. Tyler Bates, here's a trivia. Tyler Bates became the first ever WWE United Kingdom champion. That's before the two-year title run of Pete Dunne. Walter defeated Pete Dunne and ended that 2-year title run months ago. Walter, the dude looks like a monster. You know, he has that Vladimir Kozlov look. You know, he's a fucking beast of a man. He's 6'4". He's about 297 pounds. He's about nearly 300 pounds. The dude is a fucking beast. You know, it's basically David versus Goliath. You know, with Tyler Bate, he's about small. He's 5'7" and 175 pounds. You know, he's basically, this is UK. Yeah, it's Austria versus England versus Austria. It's basically David versus Goliath, big versus small. So I'm going to say Walter Khan retain the UK Championship.